following the safety car yet, are they? So there's still quite a gap for them to all close up.
Yeah, and we've the big train of cars that was released that could do the pass around. They're coming through Porsche curbs now. Along the front straight, that's quite a challenging area. They've got to go all the way down the
So
Mulsanne.
we're looking at there, isn't it? That's the group that's catching up, isn't it?
Yeah, they've got to go all the way round and catch the back of the train for safety car A, which is currently coming out of Mulsanne going towards Indianapolis. So it's quite treacherous even under the safety car conditions. They're not limited on speed at the moment. They've got to just make it round.
No, and visually you'd think they were, because they're crawling to go back round. So it's going to take longer than the safety car probably imagined, longer than the race direction probably imagined. So although we're on the fourth stage almost of this long drawn-out safety car period, which has been for good safety reasons. Now, I know this has been very long and everyone wants us to go back racing immediately, but there is a reason that Vanthoor got spun round at the end of the Mulsanne straight at 300 kilometres an hour and went headfirst into a barrier and stood straight out of the car and walked away, and that's because we have very, very safe tracks these days, even on street circuits, so it has to be repaired in the right way. FIA have to approve it. There's a big, long process that happens throughout that. That's been inspected, that's been approved. The pass around is now happening, but we've got the rain on slicks to contend with, and if you're a hypercar sat behind a GT3 car, you can't overtake it because you're quicker. You've got to wait until he's caught up the safety car, so you're dictated by the slowest guy on the grid. And some of those are bronzes in GT3 cars who are probably pretty nervous right now, knowing they've got to, maybe they're trying to delay the start, they're probably crawling hoping they don't have to do it, but you've got a mix of pros and bronzes around each other in that GT3. So the benefit we were talking earlier on about the bronzes being in the car, for instance, a good winner from that is the Pro-Am car of Francois Perraudot, the AF Course, beautifully livery designed car, rapid team of the 183. They are fifth overall in LMP2 and second in their class, and have used a lot of their bronze time. The downside is that Louis Delatraz is the car in front with AOTF, and Francois Perraudot, although very experienced and very quick, is still the bronze driver in that car, who's now on slicks, cold slicks, in the rain.
Yeah, as you said. So while it was good to have a bronze driver behind safety car, it's one of the tough times for that bronze driver, less experienced driver, to then respond on a track in these conditions on slicks. That's difficult. Still, lots of stuff going on to entertain the crowds here, which is great. And the grids, the cars are beginning to catch up. There's still about half a lap, a little bit more than half a lap still for them to close up the gap to join behind the one safety car. So that's what we're waiting for. We've got a group of cars behind the safety car that will wait until all of the cars have caught up, and there's still a little way to go. Still going to be another couple of laps, I would think, before we get the cars all together. So it's a little bit of time before we get the racing underway, but hopefully that will then give us an opportunity to enjoy some racing once that happens, and particularly with these conditions. I mean, just riding on board there, you can just at slow speeds, you can hear the wheel spin coming up straight away.
Yeah, and that's behind the safety car.
Yeah.
You know, so there's dampness on the track. You can see it on the windscreen. These tyres will be stone cold, and this will be really challenging for every single driver that's out there. We can see from the Marching Ants map that at the moment there are 3 bunches of cars. The bunch of cars behind the safety car, a group that's currently coming through Porsche, that there's a GT3 car at the front of that pack, and there's a few hypercars behind there, and then there's a second pack that's now coming through the end of the Mulsanne straight, led by a couple of P2 cars, a whole load of hypercars in there.